I appreciate what Mr. West just said. As he was talking, I had a lot of things running through my mind. I really thought the common thread he was going to say was that everybody, none of the ones he asked would just say no. So I was glad to hear it was happy we had Jesus in our lives. We'll play a song, and then I'll really get into the comments I want to make. This is a standard that we enjoy playing. Bear with me on guitar. Like I said, normally Jeremy's doing this, and I got that big bass I can hide behind. But this is Will the Circle Be Unbroken? So Mr. West was mentioning the men that have spoken in the past, and of course I was fortunate enough to get to grow up in this church. And what that meant, that's changed over time as far as what I thought about as far as a church family. Because initially, especially with me and Shane, a church family was a group of strangers that could whip you. That had permission to whip you, you know. And Lord bless a couple of them, they never did, though we really deserved it. Miss Aunt Lee Jett was the first adult I knew that wouldn't whip me when I really deserved it. She was a saint. But over time, like I said, that was sort of the first inkling of a church family. And then over time, it becomes so much more. And you know, I'm blessed to get played for Mr. Darfus taught today because, you know, if I had anything close to a godfather, it'd be Mr. Darfus, you know, God grandfather, I guess. And he's done as much to to correct Richard on helping me and Shane. Is anybody like that? So it's truly a blessing to get to do that. We were originally set to go tonight, and it just, the Lord works in mysterious ways. I had a wonderful Sunday school class this morning. I had the love class, and it was phenomenal, and it was good to see that group of ladies who have been just leaders, and then to have that in contrast to the group of men. Well, I should say, I won't say contrast necessarily, but to have both of those same on this group of women who've been leaders and have been examples, and then to have that as Men's Day, where I have a whole host of examples of men, and that's just invaluable. And I see a lot of people in the job I do that church is not a way of life, and I feel for it. I do. They miss out a lot. You know, I don't get to witness as much as I probably should, given the position I have, and I don't want to cost the county millions of dollars in lawsuits, but you can tell, and I get to see examples where I have a young man, especially, or young woman, or anything that has strayed, and they go off and they get perspective for a while, and you get to see them come back, and usually a large part of them coming back and being successful is involvement in a church, and that's just fantastic to see. And you know, that's the pound of cure sometimes. I was fortunate that I had the ounce of prevention. You know, I was brought up in it early on, and that keeps me from straying down paths that I shouldn't have. And now, as I get older and I have my own sons in the church, and you know, it's at the point where it's advice. You know, and seeing the godly examples as men get older, and seeing how their roles shift. I know with Eddie Rich years ago, first and foremost, a man provided. He never quit raising a family, we always joke. You know, that he had us, and he just kept going as far as raising a family. And so you provided, but it's been a blessing to me to watch him transition into a role where he doesn't have to work as hard, and that providing is not his fundamental thing now. That it's advice, and that's being a godly example. And I tried to sit down there and tell him that, because Shane told me to try to get that into him so he could have more time off occasionally. You know, the granddaddy still just pushing him to work hard all the time. He says, why don't you sit down and tell him he ain't got to work so much anymore, so I can get some time off. But it's just been a blessing to see that. And we know he'll always keep working. If he goes home, Judy works twice as hard as he does, and he doesn't want to sit in that. You know, he'll have to work twice as hard because she never stops. So he won't go home. He'll keep working. But when Mr. West was saying that, I just want to bring that out. And then just thinking about the men that have been in this church through my life here. And it's just a blessing. And we'll play another one, and I'm going to give y'all some thoughts on these fellas. Y'all can anticipate that. Yeah, that's right.
Everybody's so nice. And
What do y'all want to do next? Do everything. All right, this is one, and now this is, as Matt told me after this with Mr. West, once we unveiled the surprise of them speaking to you, he said, I speak in song. So this is the song that Matt wrote. This is going to be Over in That Heavenly Land. All right.
Which this song is actually sort of about what Shawn was talking about. I wrote this one day just thinking back about like my childhood growing up in my parents' church and everything, and just thinking about them. And sometimes as I look at my parents, and they've lost both of their parents, and I can't imagine what that's like. But you know, like one day they're gonna get to be back with them in heaven, and it's gonna be like it was when I was a kid in church with them, but it's gonna be for them. So I wrote this song about that.
You started off. I'm not used to starting.
I remember every Sunday with my family we go to church, and I remember just how happy I was knowing
y'all, I have to apologize for Johnny just a little bit. He grew up in a Methodist church. I'm just playing. Go ahead. If you want to say something.
I got a few things I guess I can say is I'm not real good at speaking. I've always just worked brother play. But they called me this past week and want to know if I mind teaching a Sunday school class. I never taught a class before. And I said, which one? And they said, the one your daughter's in. I was like, which one? So, it turned out pretty good. I don't think I ruined them or anything like that. So, they drew some pretty pictures and all. Did
you get the color?
And luckily was in the room with all the snacks. So that worked out very good for me.
So we need to resupply whatever room that is.
No, but I guess as far as music goes, and I was about 10 years old, I guess, and my mama had a piano that she had when she was little, and I walked by it one day and said, you reckon I could play it? And ever since then, I wish sometimes I hadn't said that, because she pretty well, you had practice, I mean, but anyway, but no, I've always loved it. It's what I've always wanted to do, and I thank the Lord, that I've gotten to be able to do this, and I don't work near enough at it. But, and like Shawn was saying, about the church, and I grew up in Cannonville with my Aunt Sis and them, and from then on, at a young age, church wasn't real, we didn't go like we should have, and I started with Tabernacle and stuff, and then, but coming here, like I told Shawn one time, it was just something felt here, and I know Shawn, as we kid around and stuff a lot, I think we like each other. Some days I don't like them, some days they don't like me. But we do that, and I look forward to it. And like I told my wife, I said, this is the first church that I look forward to going to Sunday school. Amen. And, where we was at before, it wasn't a big thing. You didn't think much about it, but I think it's been really good for me in Lincoln, and I really, with our youngins being here, and Joe accepting the Lord, and I think he's working on Jade a little bit too, and that makes me proud. And but as far as music goes, it's always been a part of me, and I enjoy it every time we get to play. I enjoy being with Shawn and Matt and Jeremy, even though Jeremy's now the Methodist. And, so that's good.
Yeah. Just a little further from the buffet. That's what Jeremy now internally for Johnny calls him John the Baptist. I'm gonna say one last thing. We're gonna do one more, and we're done. Turn it over to Mr. Darkness, because I'm looking forward to that. I know y'all are too. And Mr. West mentioned talking about what the guys mean to you or whatever, or get to do this. I said I'm gonna sit down and think, and I said, well, man, let me think about what Johnny and Matt and Jeremy mean to you. And so I sat down and got quiet, had some time, and nothing came. I guess they mean nothing. No, I love these guys. It's been truly a pleasure to get to do what we've been doing, and it's a blast to get.
Is it being recorded?
Yeah, unfortunately. That's why I'm really trying to watch my words. Yeah, I really like Matt and Jeremy a lot. This last one we're gonna do, I'm gonna let Matt play guitar on it. This is another one that he wrote. Yeah, I play mandolin on it. And it's a fantastic song.
Let me make it better for a short minute.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know if this will fit over my head. But I don't know if we can do that.
It's funny, how things work out when it's all be together.
It is.
When you think about it.
Yeah.
That's right. Maybe it's me. Let's don't get in all that.
Let's don't get in. This is when we kneel and pray.
Well, I hope I'm not a stranger. We haven't spoken in so long. I know you haven't moved a bit. I know your anchor holds. And it is I that moved away, and I'm out here on my own. And now I'm calling you in prayer, and I'm trying to come home. And God told me as far away as it is to kneel in prayer, but I'm looking for that day when I can finally meet you there. And heaven seems like a long way from this old sinful place, but at least we know that we can call on God when we kneel and pray. When I die, I will greet the Lord, and there'll be no more pain. So where old death is a victory, it seems that you've lost your sting. And Christ our King conquered the grave, and that's why we sing. But I really can't wait till heaven when we can praise Him to His face. And God's only as far away as it is to kneel in prayer, but I'm looking for that day when I can finally meet Him there. And heaven seems like a long way from this old sinful place, but at least we know that we can call on God when we kneel and pray. At least we know that we can call on God when we kneel and pray.